The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start the drive with Vaughn. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. First down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. When you talk about this Seahawks defense, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Here's 3rd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Running on first down, Eckler. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On play action, it's Murray. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Flush to his right. And this one too low.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give running right is Vaughn. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing is Wilson. That is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Vaughn. Touchdown! Deuce Vaughn, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On second down, Eckler. Oh, nice movement. There he goes, left side. Still going. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 97 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Eckler will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. Give him 18 on the play.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Wilson will throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Scott. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the counter, it's Vaughn. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 4. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marvin Mims from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 105 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Ravens at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Up the middle with Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff, it's Eckler. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. DJ Moore. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. A nice connection there, finding his target. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Scott. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second in a couple. A run with Vaughn out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 172 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's another Baltimore first down.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marvin Mims, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24.
Seahawks 21. Matthew Wright.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On second down, here's Murray. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got Mingo. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jonathan Mingo, 50 yards. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Pollard to return from the end zone.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And they will finally get him down. How about that return? They'll be set up well as time has run out in this third quarter. On the ground, it's Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle by Darrell Taylor. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He takes this for about 6, down inside the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Murray. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 75. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
They start the drive with Vaughn. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
To throw is Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now Murray off play action. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Butker's kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Running behind center with Vaughn. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Oh, and an injured member of the offense there. It's the quarterback, Zach Wilson, in some distress. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now it's the backup Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Moore, the man in motion. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Vaughn. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
And they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance